Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. This video is a little bit different. As you can see, I am going to talk over this so you won't see me in the video, but you can hear me right now. So, we're gonna get into this. So, off camera, I made a video, recorded gameplay debut with Fernando Tatis Jr., All-Star Series. And he looks pretty good already. 115, 103 contact, 109, 83 power, uh, you know, 87 vision, 83 discipline, 108 clutch, great defense, great speed as always. And he can pretty much play anywhere besides first and catcher. So it's pretty cool to have that. And now, let's see, hold on. Bye-bye. So it's going to be a little bit of a different gameplay. So as you can see here, we have Tatis leading off with Brian Reynolds, Willie Mays, Mookie Betts, Ketel Marte, Buxton, Escobar, Santana, and Profar all. That's the lineup. And yeah, so I'm going to voice over this one. So it'll be a little different, but you know. So Fernando, we started the game here with Fernando on a 2-1 count, hitting a single up the middle, and we'll see what he can do right here. And I stole second there with Brian Reynolds up, and then I'm pretty sure here we are stealing third as well. Yes, we are, and we're going and we're safe. And so Tatis in his first at bat gets a hit and 2 stolen bases to go with it. And then after that, we scored him with Brian Reynolds' RBI infield single. And now Willie Mays is up now. And okay, so he missed the first pitch on that one. And then he's going to I thought he would hit into a double play there because it looked like it, but then the shortstop messed it up and we were able to advance to second and third. So instead of just a ground out, it turned into a double. And now Mookie hits a perfect hit into the gap to score the two, and he gets the second barely. And then Ketel is up. He's hitting 484, so he's been really good for me. Starts on 1-0. And then he hits it right to the first baseman, so that's out number 1 for us. And then Buxton is up. I am hitting 451 as of the beginning of this recording, and he just demolishes a ball to make it 5-0 in the first inning. And then Eduardo Escobar hits into a ground ball. So that's out number 2 for us in the first inning. And then now Carlos Santana is up, who is hitting 478, really good. He is one of the best catchers in the game, being a switch hitter, and then his swing is super good. So, and as you can see, he can hit that for a double here. So he's on with 2 outs now. And now Jerks and Profar is up. So for the 9th batter in the game. And then he hits for a single there. There you go. And then now it's 6-0, and Fernando is back up for his second at bat, and he looks like I don't know, it's a little choppy, so sorry, but he flies out to right, and then here we go. So I kind of cut it down a little bit, so there's one out there already, and then there's out number two, and then we're on a 1-1 count here, and we give up a homer there to Jacob Stallings, so shutout's gone, but see what happens. And then he goes right back to a sinker and right to Escobar, so that's an out. So on to the bottom of the second, and Brian Reynolds is leading us off, who's 1 for 1 so far in the game, and he crushes it pretty good, and it's gonna be a home run over that short wall to make it 7-1 here in the second inning. 14th homer with him overall. And now Willie Mays, who crushes a single up the middle. To right center. And now Mookie Betts. See what he can do after being 1 for 1, and he hits a single up to left. So our timing's been pretty good so far in this game, so I mean it's probably gonna continue at this point. And Cattell flies out there, and Willie tries to make it to third, and he does because it's a wild throw. And Buxton is up after crushing a homer. And I'm sorry for game audio not being there, but I was doing something else, and during it, I was watching some YouTube videos, so I didn't want the audio in the gameplay not to get copyrighted. So sorry about that, but you hear my voice, so I mean you can see how good my swings have been. And Santana grounds out there, but yeah, Escobar moves up to second, and then Profar grounds to first, and he's barely out. And on to the third inning. And we got a quick out number 1 in this inning. So as you can see, we're kind of going a little bit quicker here. So that's starting 0-1, 0-2, and out number 2 of the inning. So I mean, if you want me to do more of this, let me know. But I'll probably go back to the normal format in the next gameplay, just because this video was recorded pretty late, and I kind of didn't want to wait to debut Tatis, so I just played this off camera just to record it, and then I was going to voice over it today. So Tatis flies out on that one, and then Brian Reynolds crushes a ball, and it's right over that short wall there to make it 11-1 in the third inning. 15th overall for homers with him. And now Willie Mays, who's 2 for 2, starts 0-1. Because at first I thought it would be a ball, and then it was kind of too late to it was gonna be a dot or whatever. And then so Willie Mays grounds out on that one. And now Mookie Betts, who's 2 for 2. And he hits it to center, and it's going to be out. So on to the fourth inning. And so we start with, I cut it there to be 1 out, and then McMahon hits a homer off me to make it 2-11. And then we're starting 0-1 to Tovar, and he grounds out to Profar, and then he throws it to Sale. And then we're starting 2-0 on this at bat, and he flies out to Tatis and onto the bottom of the fourth, where we have Cattell on a 0-0 count, where he flies out to right. And then Buxton, who has 2 home runs, 5 RBIs already in this game, who he's going to ground for a single up the middle. And then Escobar, who is on a 1-1 count right here, is going to hit another single. So it is 2 runners on with 1 out. And Santana is up. So as you can see, like, so far in this game, we've had like pretty good swings. So I think because there's a little bit there where my time is kind of iffy, and also just not getting rewarded. But I think the luck is back as well as the timing's back as well. I don't know why I keep saying as well, but you get the point. So he grounds into, or gets a perfect single there to make the lead 12-2. And Profar crushes a perfect homer to make it 15-2 in the 4th inning. So as you see, again, the timing is back. So that is my 90th home run overall with Profar, which is just crazy to think about. And now Tatis is 1 for 3 in this game so far, and then he hits it to Brendan Rodgers, but he messes up on it so Tatis is a speed, makes it to first. And we'll see what he can do here. And he's going to try stealing again, and he's safe. And then I think we're stealing third again here. Just giving the Rockies the LA De La Cruz treatment. And yeah, he's safe. At first I thought he was out, but then I saw, or somehow he was safe, because the tag didn't come in time. And now Reynolds hits it to Tovar, but he barely makes a save. But Tatis would have scored either way, so it's 16-2 now, and Willie Mays is up, who's 2 for 3. And he hits a homer there on the first pitch to make it 18-2. And Mookie Betts hits a homer there. Yeah, and so now Patel, who's over 3 in this game, is going to fly out. My bad if I missed anything. I was looking at the score to make sure I know where I am. To see. So, and then Buxton flies out to do that. And now on to the 5th inning. So we start against Stallings at 1-2, and we strike him out there to make the 4th strikeout of the game. And then he... Okay. Okay, there we go. And then we give up a homer to Toglia to make it 4-19. That was a little weird cut. But then we struck out Doyle in the inning, and then Eduardo Escobar starts the fifth with a fly out. And then Santana, who's 2 for 3, then hits it pretty good and it gets caught. So that's 2 down for us in the fifth. And then Profar crushes a homer to make it 20-4. And then Tatis is up for his fifth at bat of the game, and then he flies out. So on to the sixth on a 0-2 count, and Sale strikes out Nolan Jones there, 7th strikeout of the game. And then to McMahon, we start 0-1, 0-2. And go back to the slider to make it 1-2. And then boom, got him with the circle change. So 8th strikeout of the game. Okay, and then we got out of that inning, and now Brian Reynolds, who is 4 for 4 in this game, is up on a 0-1 count, and he hits another one to make him 5 for 5. And this time he is getting a double. Okay, so he's barely in there before the tag. And now Willie Mays, who's 3 for 4. Yeah, they gave us the just late timing of Brian Reynolds, so thank you, game, I guess. And so Willie flies out, and Brian Reynolds is going to stay a second. And now Mookie, who is a triple away from the cycle, is on a 0-1 count, and he doesn't get the triple, but he grounds out to third or off the pitcher to third, and then but we move up the runner, move up Reynolds, and then Cattell, who was 0 for 4. Let's try to change that, and let's just say he didn't. So he's 0 for 5. And now we are on a 1-1 count to Rogers, and he grounds out to Profar to Sale. And then Stallings flies out to Tatis there. So 2 down the 7th now. And then Elias Diaz flies out to Buxton. So we have a new pitcher now facing Evan Justice. Byron Buxton is up, and he flies out there to center. And now Eduardo Escobar, who's 2 for 4 with a couple singles. See what he can do, and excuse me, that's a fly out there. So 2 down the 7th now. So, and then Santana flies out there. So that is back-to-back innings of scoring no runs. So it stays 20-4. And we strike out Charlie Blackmon there to start the 8th. And then next batter, Toglia hits a single there. And then we strike out Doyle, 11th strikeout of the game. And then we start 0-1 to Nolan Jones, and then he hits it a hit into the gap. So he gets the second on a double, and then we throw a home to try to get the runner, but then he scored, and then he moved up to third. So it's 5-20 now. And then Profar flies out there. And then see what Tatis can do in this at bat. And he hits another single. So see what other, more stuff can happen. And then we steal second again with him. So that is his 5th. I think that's his 5th stolen base of the game. And here comes his 6th right here. So the Rockies, and then they threw it away, so that it counts as a steal, and then, an error. So a stolen base, and then an error. So 21-5 now. And then Brian Reynolds flies. Oh, never mind. He gets a ground roll double. And then Willie Mays is a 3 for 5 on 2-1 count, and he hits it pretty good, but right to Doyle, I'm pretty sure, is a center fielder. So 2 outs now, and then Mookie Betts, see what he can do, who's 3 for 5 so far. And then on an 0-2 count, you see the cut there. He crushes a perfect single at the middle, and then we score our 22nd run of the game. And don't worry, there's one more run that's gonna come in, so you'll see. And then Cattell crushes one, and he hits a double, and Mookie goes home, and there it is. That's the final run of the game for me. Which you'll see the Rockies score one more in the top of the 9th, but then you'll see. And then Byron gets robbed on a perfect, and then on an 0-2 count, we strike out Tovar, so out number 1, 13th strikeout of the game. And Brendan Rodgers, he might have been the one, or it's the next guy, something like that. Okay, and then we start. We're 0-2, and then I strike him out. So 14th strikeout of the game, and then Stallings is the one. That's who it is. That was just a bad pitch, and give up the homer there to make it 6-23. So that is, excuse me, I don't know why I voice cracked. And then on an 0-1 count, Elias Diaz grounds out to Mookie Betts, so that's a free out. And that's game. So final score was 23-6. So I mean, it was a great game, great debut by Tatis. So we'll see how he did. So as you see there, he went 3 for 6 with 3 runs, and that was 6 stolen bases. So right there, that is the final his stats with him so far. So in the one game, we had 6 at bats, 3 runs, 3 hits, 6 stolen bases. All the hits were singles, but we got 2 stolen bases per hit from that. So he did pretty good, and so if you like that one, please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Peace.